One of my favorite tools is the cash conversion cycle map. One, because it has the word cash in it, and I was absolutely got focused on cash, and so should you. Not profit, but cash. But this is also a really key tool to do an internal analysis of your strategy. Most people don't look internally for their strategy, but I can tell you the secret sauce in my companies, both of them, were internal. There were things that we did and core competencies that we had that we leveraged in the marketplace because we knew that externally what was happening and internally how we could actually solve the biggest problem in the marketplace. I don't want you to get caught up on cash conversion, that word. What I want you to get caught up on is really flowing from when you touch a lead, all the big functional buckets that lead would have to go through to convert to cash and then in the bank. And what are all the steps we need to go through in order to get that cash in the bank? And it's all about how long does that take? Most companies I work with today know how long their sales cycle is, and they know how long their receivable cycle is, and they don't know how long in between is, because not a lot of companies actually map this whole cycle out. And so what we want to do is at a very high level, map out, and I want you to do this, map out the big functional buckets, the critical path to cash in your company. The picture that you see here, you see green and red boxes. We would actually, as you can imagine, put this up on the wall in our war room, in the meeting room that we always had our strategic meetings and our planning meetings in, and we would actually make sure we had kept this in focus. The red boxes mean that we're not, doing things in these boxes as efficient as possible. Maybe there's mistakes. Maybe there's further model improvements. The green boxes for this time period meant that we're doing as fast as we possibly can. That time from start to finish is as efficient as it can be. And every quarter we step through the cash conversion cycle map. As a team, we would look at it. The other thing that I want to say is very, very key on this is that for each functional bucket, each functional block there, we had somebody's name on it, there's initials on it, who owned it on my leadership team, as well as we would put leading and lagging measures onto these functions. And now it allowed us to get really specific on what success meant in our cash conversion cycle. And not only helped us find our strategic secret sauce, but it also put more cash in the bank sooner. This is a more detailed view. I call it level 1. What we've done, I've only broken a piece of this out, is we took the marketing cycle as well as the sales cycle, and we broke it into more granular functional steps. And again, we're doing this in a way so we're getting very, very clear on how we can be most efficient, make the fewest mistakes, and ensure we have the best business model in place. And while doing that, we're actually getting really clear on how we as an organization can deliver to our customer what matters. Again, you can see I've colored these boxes green and red according to what state they're in and what we have to do and get focused on improving them. This was a great tool for our leadership team, but also our whole team. Visibility was key. Now what you're seeing on the screen is a hand-drawn, literally. You can draw this by hand and I encourage you to do so. There's something about the behavior of drawing this by hand and I encourage you to use a blank piece of paper and a pencil because you're going to want to erase and draw and move lines around as you figure this out. But with your leadership team, you could actually break into 2 groups and draw a high-level functional flow. The key to this is to create the discussion that you need to have at a high level. I recently did this with an organization that was actually talking about not even about their strategic execution, but execution as well. And one of the things that became very obvious is that not any one of them could draw their cash conversion from start to finish. Everybody could see only their piece. So we spent a good part of 2 hours actually drawing out at 3 levels this cash conversion flowchart. From that point on, it actually changed the discussion, changed the picture that everybody had and how they fit together. This is no different than an organizational chart. You want to see how you fit together functionally. This is a more detailed. This gets down to a level 3 flow, and you can keep going more detailed and more detailed. This is how we get really clear on who's doing what and accountable for what within delivering what matters to the core customer. The last thing you're seeing is a high-level functional map. And what we've done there is we put the marketing, sales, implementation, you can see it all the way through. And we're actually just trying to get, a nice clear picture that we could show with our organization and share it. And you can see there's names on there, there's actually measures on there. This and that is best practice. And I would really encourage you to take the time to actually draw your cash conversion cycle.